Hi everybody, and welcome back to Harry's Music Room. Today's video is part 3 of my bootleg record collection. This is going to be the letters M through R. So we're going to start with the Monkees. 33 1/3 revolutions per monkey. This was from their television special, which was not very good. If you like their movie Head, you might like this. Not particularly one of their better shows. And then we have another Monkees, and this is Davey and his band's 9th album. And this is a whole bunch of stuff that a lot of it ended up on the Monkey Tales or whatever they call them. They did a whole series of Monkees outtakes. But yeah, this is the Monkees. And then we have Monkey Shines. And this record is actually available in 2 different covers, but it's the same record. And here's a list of your song titles. And again, a lot of these have ended up on various Monkees reissues, CD special editions with bonus tracks and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm looking at this picture here. Like, I used to buy all the Monkees magazines, everything that came out. I was a hardcore Monkey fan. I had a double-breasted shirt. I had my mother's friend made me a green wool cap like Mike's. Yeah, I was a little Monkees nerd. And then we have the Outlaws. And this is a, let's see, this was released in 1978. And I got to tell you, this is almost better than their official live album they released. This is just a great sounding record and a great show. The back of the album is just blank on the album cover. And then we have some Tom Petty. A lot of the Tom Petty FM broadcasts have been released on album. This is Alabama, 1995. I like that song, Honeybee. I don't think there's a song that Tom did that I don't like. And then we have New York Shuffle Live. This is another radio broadcast. And these, most of these come out in Europe. They're not authorized in the U.S. due to different laws. And apparently in Europe they can get away with pressing these. I'm not sure. This is Live in Chicago, Volume 1. And this is from, what year is that? 2003. And these are always great quality because they were FM radio broadcasts, so really sound good. Excuse me. And then we have Tom Petty in Alameda 91 and the Bridge School Benefit 94. I was at 2 of Neil Young's Bridge School benefits, but I did not see this one. And this is number 298 of 500 that they made. And this is at the Coliseum in Oakland and at the Bridge School benefit in Shoreline. Double album. Let's see, what is this on? This is on white vinyl. And then we have another Tom Petty. And this is Dean Smith Activity Center, University of North Carolina, 1981. This is another double album. And this is on black vinyl with your regular Tom Petty custom label there. I saw Tom Petty live, I think 3 times. Once was in '99 at the Fillmore when he had done 2 Fillmore runs. I think '97 he did like 15 shows or something. And then in '99 he did a week there, and my wife and I saw one of those shows. And this is another live in Chicago 2003 radio broadcast. And just like many bootlegs, you'll probably find different copies of the same show with different covers. Now we get into Pink Floyd, and this is a bootleg of Zabriskie Point, and the record is on blue vinyl. Beautiful cover, nice glossy cover. And then we have the darker side of the moon. And this is on black vinyl with a copy of the Harvest label. And then up next we have Pink Floyd. It says complete BBC sessions 1967 to 1968. And this is a 2-album set. And there's your set list. And then we have Landover, Maryland, 1975, Having a Cigar. And this is on colored vinyl. It looks a little bit like Deese. And then we have Wish You Were Here, live in Paris, again on colored vinyl. These are Japanese sealed type sleeves, so I'm not going to open them just to show you the color, but they are all on color vinyl if they have this little sticker there. And then we have Legendary Broadcast, limited edition on Inca gold vinyl. And this is the Heart of the Sun. Interactive ebook included with this LP. I guess you just go into that little, anybody wants to give it a try, there you go. Heart of the Sun. And then we have 1968, live in Rome. I believe this is on pink vinyl. I'll take the record out and we'll look at it. Look at that. Wouldn't you have loved to have seen Pink Floyd in a club like that? Let's take a look at this vinyl. Yeah, there we go. And then up next we have another Pink Floyd. And this is Dark Side of the Moon, the alternative album. And this is an earlier mix of the album, quite different from the one we all know and love, according to the information on the back. Let's see what this record looks like. It's got a nice inner sleeve. And this is on a nice, almost looks like a moon color vinyl. And then up next, this is actually a 3-record set that was issued individually, but thanks to Amoeba Records in Berkeley, I was able to find all 3 of them. So it's Boston Music Hall, and this is the beginning. And these are on colored vinyl. So this was the beginning, and then next we have the middle. This is, let's see, right here, the middle. So this would be record number 2. And again, this is in one of those Japanese sealable sleeves, so I'm not going to take the record out. Limited edition, 300, 150 of each color. And so we had the beginning, the middle, and then the 3rd album is the end. So this is all one complete show, I believe. Little David. This was the record label that, who was on there? It was a comedian, I can't remember offhand. It'll come to me. Flowers and Vegetables, Pink Floyd. There's your song titles. Studio sessions, various studio outtakes, and BBC sessions. Let's see what this record looks like. There we go. Oh, Little David Records. I think that was Flip Wilson, but I could be wrong. And then, excuse me, after Pink Floyd, we have the King, Elvis. 2-record set, Rockin' New Year's Eve, Pittsburgh, 1976. This is a gatefold. I have not taken the shrink wrap off, though. And the records are on black vinyl. And then next up, the Burbank Sessions, Volume 2. I do not have Volume 1. This is a gatefold. And there's your label. It's surprising how many bootlegs there are of Elvis. I don't have them all, but I have a lot of them. And then we have the Rock and Rebel Volume 2. And there's your Eagles Hall in Houston, 1955, Louisiana Hayride on side 2. Oh, this is a single album. I thought it might have been a double, but it's a single. And this looks like this came with a nice little booklet. Very nice. And then next up, another Elvis record. From the Waist Up. And this is 1956, 1957. Ed Sullivan's Toast of the Town show. And then we have Got a Lot of Living to Do. Vancouver, 1957. Oh, Rachel's probably at that show. There's your track listing. Most of the cuts on this album are different versions than the ones released on record, especially the fast version of Loving You and the version of Party, which is a different verse added. And this is on Pyrote. And of course, it's not made in Malaysia, but what do you expect? On a bootleg, they'll say anything. And then we have Rock My Soul. And this is live in Dayton, Ohio, Richmond, Virginia, studio outtakes. Teddy Bear Records, Wizardo. So this is probably a copy of the Wizardo album. And record 1, side 2. It is a 1 record set. And then we have a box set. Elvis Behind Closed Doors, unreleased studio, live concert masters, 60 to 72. And it looks like this is a 4 LP set. Nothing special inside, just 4 records. There's your example of the label. And then that's it for the Elvis bootlegs. Next up is the Pretenders, Pretending and Hoping. There was a whole series of this file under that they would do, because it was a really easy way for bootleggers to make a cover. They would just literally make a rubber stamp that they could put onto this cover, and then they would type out a little label to put at the top. And then the records, this is a 2 record set. Somebody wrote D and C so that they could figure it out, or maybe that was the bootleggers. And then this would go out in the front of the jacket. And you can see they had some mistakes on there, and somebody corrected them. And whoever had this bootleg record before me included this Pretenders Almanac that they cut out of a magazine. Oh yeah, the good old days of cassette tapes. And then we go from the Pretenders to the Rolling Stones. These are 10-inch bootlegs. Unreleased Chess Sessions from 1964. I wish the Beatles had come to the U.S. and recorded in a different studio. I wonder what it would have been like. And then we have the Sessions, volume 3 of 6. And then we have volume 2 of 6, but this is a regular pressing and not a picture disc. And this is on a clear vinyl. And then we have the Rolling Stones played Chuck Berry. And as you can guess, these are all Chuck Berry songs. 63 and 64. And then we have a box set from 1981 US tour. And then up next, although this looks like an official release, it is a bootleg. Comes in a very, very paper thin sleeve, but this is a bootleg, even though it says Special Radio Advance. And then on the back, and then the record itself. And next up, we have the John Clark Memorial Sonic Barbecue Memorial 1973 West German Tour. The Amazing Cornyphone record label, TAKRL. And as you can see, they would just take a white jacket and they would put slap a paper sleeve on the front. And then this is what our label looks like. And next, Rolling Stones. Bed Spring Symphony. Another TAKRL pressing. Give Me Shelter, Tumbling Dice, Brown Sugar, Heartbreaker, Honky Tonk Woman, Midnight Rambler. And this record is same as the last label. And then we have some of the newer bootlegs. Mike Douglas, BBC, Ed Sullivan. This is on blue vinyl. Time on My Side. I've always liked that. Time Is on My Side from the Ed Sullivan Show. And then this is a bootleg I picked up again at Amoeba Records. A single album. I thought this one was pretty cool. I wasn't sure when I bought it. I thought, well, this maybe it's a promo or something, but it's definitely a bootleg. I did some research on it. And then we have 1969 Alameda Coliseum, Oakland, California. My wife is from Alameda, California. Well, actually, she was born and raised in Oakland, but she lived in Alameda when I met her. So their second show from 1969. This would have been around the time of Altamont, I believe. Maybe Mazzy was at this show. Who knows? And then we have Garden State 78. This is an early bootleg. The third stop on the U.S. tour in Passaic, New Jersey at the Capitol Theater. Capitol Theater, I believe, used to use in-house video for they had like TV monitors, and they would show the concert up on their monitors, and a lot of bootlegs came off of those monitor tapes. And some of the video would sneak out now and then, especially on the Springsteen stuff. If I can get the color right. My lights are a little bright here. But this is a 2-record set. And that's the Garden. I love that jacket. I think that's a cool looking jacket. It's not a very good picture, but I think it's a cool looking jacket. And then we have 300 copies of the BBC and Beyond on purple vinyl. And this one, and then next, that's the last of our Rolling Stones. And we have In Todd We Trust, Todd Rundgren. And there's your song titles. I guess if you want to read this, you've got to read it in a mirror. And then next, one of my favorite artists. I just always liked this guy. Leon Russell. And this is called Session. Again, just a rubber stamp they'd put on the cover. And that Session, I can't recall, but I think it may be the same show as this bootleg here. Master of Space and Time. This was recorded live on radio and a television concert, which I've never seen the TV concert. I'll have to check and see if it's on YouTube. Xerox. See how they spelled Xerox there? Xerox. So those are the bootlegs from the third series of videos that I'll be doing. I'll get the next one up here soon. We're getting close to the end of the pop and rock. I'll have to look and see if I've got any for prog. I think I've got maybe some prog and some maybe some alternative country. I got to look and see. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed looking at these. I find them really interesting. You always get, a couple of really unique songs or interesting bits and pieces on these bootlegs. So I appreciate you watching. If you like what you're seeing, sub it. I appreciate it. And we'll be back with some more videos soon. Thank you and ciao.